18% he made about 18% of the threes that he's made all year against us, and he shot about 9% of the threes in that one game that he's shot all year.
7 for 11 against Rollins. Tards control the tip and come out against the PBA man-to-man defense. Here's Yenor. He is picked up out high by Claflin. They look inside. They can't get it inside. 10 to shoot. Kyle Marion around the screen gives it off. Yenor's up with a three. In and out. And we're going to have a foul underneath, and I believe that's on Rakic.
It is on Rakic, and
All right.
that's John Broska on the call, and he had him tied up with Matus Silvera down low. We got the call inside, and Zoe was pretty happy he got the call.
And he's working with Terry Anthony and Felix Fuerte. And here's Yenor. Driving, jumping, hitting.
Oh, wow. He got turned around in the middle of the lane by Claflin. And I thought he was off balance, and just knocked it down for an early lead.
Yeah, they've got a mistake already over there on the scorer's table. They show the possession arrow to Rollins. It is not. Here's Palm Beach Atlantic. Tars open in the man-to-man defense. Will Lee is a dangerous three-point shooter, and we're going to have a travel.
Yeah, we took a big punch from three-point land when we went down early in the year, and 16 of 35 was Palm Beach Atlantic, nearly 50%. I don't think the Tars are going to let that happen.
93-89 victory for PBA. This is the 31st meeting between these two. Here's Zoe, gives it off now. Latimer open is Cade Long, up with a three. It won't go.
Tars moved it around nice, got Cade Long a wide open look, couldn't get it to go.
19-11, the Tars lead the series. By the way, Jacob Hester is not playing. He's a big man in the middle there, averaging about 15 points per ball game. Here's Lasky's three. It will drop. Wow.
Lasky likes the rims here at Rollins. He just hit every part of that rim and got it to go for a 3-2 lead early on, Palm Beach.
Here's Cade Long now. Throws it away. Now up ahead of the pack and jamming it is Jalen Cooper.
Cooper, their leading scorer. They got about three guys kind of mashed together at around 15, 16 a game. Cooper, Will Lee, and Hester. Hester's out. Cooper with the dunk.
Cole Rose from Lee University. They had a game with Lee scheduled early in the year. It was canceled because of the hurricane. Cade Long needed three. Cade got it.
Wow, was here earlier after the shoot-around. Cade Long spent an hour by himself on the shooting machine. It paid off there. We're knotted at 5-all at the 17:40 mark.
Here's it looked like he left his feet, but they say he didn't. An offensive push-off that time by Jalen Cooper. And Terry Anthony on the whistle. Tars will inbound in backcourt. Will Lee is number 4 in the league in assists. He hit a three-pointer at the buzzer to beat Florida Tech. And he is a good three-point shooter. Excellent. Also, right at the top of the league in assists. Here's Yenor. Yenor, stop and go, baseline. Kicks it off. Open is Latimer. Up with three. It goes. Oh, boy. It sat on the front of the rim and dropped.
I haven't seen one like that in a while. It wanted to come out, and it stayed in. Usually it wants to stay in and comes out.
Exactly. 8-5 is our score. And driving. And cut off nicely by Zoe. Here's Rakic. Gives it off to Cooper. He will unload a three. Front rim. And away comes Latimer. Latimer in a hurry. Open to is Yenor. Three. Got it!
Wow. In the shooting pocket, Yenor left corner. Latimer got it right to him, and John Latimer has really been playing well lately in the lineup.
Oh, man. He just nothing but a bundle of energy. 9-0 run here as Cooper now will drive and score. He's got 4. Sophomore from Holiday over there on the Gulf Coast north of Clearwater. 11-7 Rollins.
Jalen Cooper's one of those guys that just plays. He's 6'6" and wiry and plays like he's 6'10".
Marcus Montalvo, I think, is out for this game. Oh, Zoe up and under, but too far under. Could not get it to go. Here's Will Lee. Long three, and he'll bury it. You can't give him any room. 5 quick ones.
Averages 16 a game. He has shot by far, like almost double the number of threes on the year at a 37% clip, but he's shot more than double anybody else.
Only 2 people have shot more threes than him, and one of them is Sean Haupt, and up and in is Silvera.
Silvera is saying to Alexa Rakic, you can't stop me. I'll take you right down and lay it in. Tars lead by 3, 4 minutes and 35 seconds in.
Here comes the top of the key. Rakic will fire and knock down a 3. Wow. Rakic. He's now 3 for 20 on the year. Wow.
He made that one like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Third 3 already for Palm Beach Atlantic. They average about 76 a game. Here's Silvera. Right-handed shot is good.
I think Rakic has no answer for. Silvera's got to touch it every time, doesn't he?
I would think so if they can do it. Here comes PBA. Latest member of the league, along with Embry-Riddle, about, 5-6 years ago. Before they were a full-fledged member, and here's Rakic throwing one up and missing on the run. Silvera with the rebound. Back comes Kyle Marion. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Yenor. He will fire a long 3. Oh,
that was from. He literally could have shaken hands with Cole Rose right there on the Palm Beach Atlantic bench. Yenor puts the Tars up 5, and that was a long one.
Oh, stolen by Yenor. They're going to say he fouled. He was about a half step late.
I tell you what he was. I do think he
is at Tampa.
Yeah, St. Leo plays those Saturday home games at 6, and Florida Southern plays all their Saturday home games at 7:30.
Here's Cooper with Frazier on him. Cooper's going to drive. Now kick it off in the corner. 3-point shot is off the mark. Nice rebound by Marion on the Will Lee miss. Here's Cam Corcoran, who checked into the lineup. He was terrific over at Embry-Riddle. 7 assists, great defensive play. He was just great. Here's Yenor driving, fading, and missing. Rebound, though, to Frazier. Frazier, he bangs around and has the shot blocked, and Latimer sticks it in.
John Latimer picked up the garbage and laid it in and stole it and laid it in again. Tars lead by 9 on 2 quick John Latimer buckets within 4 seconds. And Cole Rose wants
for about 6 weeks. And he had 15 assists against Rollins in that game in Palm Beach. But he is going to take a shot at playing here. Tars in the man-to-man. Over on the side, Colby Ash has checked in. Cooper misses the shot, and swooping in is Kyle Marion with a rebound. Gives it off to Yenor, and they will bring it out. Marion for 3. And goes! Oh, yeah.
That's 7 quick unanswered by the Tars for a 12-point lead at the 12:56 mark here of the first half.
Tars scored the last 11 points of the game against Embry-Riddle, playing defense as well. There's a 3. You cannot let Will Lee have any room at all. And he knocks down the 3. That's 4 threes now for PBA, but they trail by 9. Here is Yenor, jumping baseline. That's short. That's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to drive, and he was cut off basically by Claflin. Here's Cooper with Frazier on him. Cooper taking it down the lane and missing. Frazier swoops in and grabs the glass.
So far, Jaden Frazier's had the answer for Jalen Cooper.
Here is Marion down the lane and scores.
When Kyle Marion's at his best, he's getting to the basket. That really frees him up around the perimeter.
Colby Ash, a freshman from Hayesville, North Carolina. And they give it off to Will Lee. He can't back off of him. And that's what Latimer does, and he hits another 3. He'll shoot falling down with Will Lee.
We talked about the fact he's easily shot double the threes of anybody else on their team.
Here is Yenor. Oh, it looked like he got bumped, got no call. And Cooper, has it tipped by Latimer, steals the ball? No. Yes, he did steal the ball. It was tipped out of bounds by Cooper. Check that, by Will Lee.
John Latimer's having a highlight reel here in the last 2 minutes of this one. The Tars playing better, and Nova's been by far the best, but
Yeah, Barry has really come along strong.
Anything could happen.
Here comes Corcoran. Tars up by 8, 11:20 remaining. Looking for Zoe. Now they work it back to Cade Long against the man-to-man defense. Wanting to get it to Zoe, they do, but too far from the basket. And here is Corcoran, up with a 3, down with a 3.
Wow, Tars have been shooting really good today from three-point land, and the reason why is they're moving it, and the guys are getting good looks. Just about everybody's had a good look.
Man-to-man defense, Rakic now swings it over here and gets it back on the baseline. Lasky will put up a 3, and he will miss that 3. Look who's rebounding in there, Latimer. And here comes Corcoran. Corcoran just hit a 3. John Latimer goes right side to Cade Long. Now to Yenor, the only senior in the house. Here he is. Latimer wants to drive. He's got Rakic on him.
Yeah, I thought he should have gone right by Rakic.
Yeah. Here's Yenor in traffic. Cade Long, long 3. Go!
Yeah, Cade Long, like I said, he spent an hour on that shooting gun earlier this morning after the shoot-around. It's paying off. The shot looks good. Tars lead by 14, approaching the 10-minute mark of the first half.
Here's Will Lee. Works to Rakic. Backdoor, nice feed. And beating Long to the hoop that time was Claflin for his first bucket.
Yeah, that was a little set piece Palm Beach ran, and it was nice.
Here's Corcoran now skipping over to Cade Long, over to Yenor, and he gets it down low, and jamming it is Silvera.
I tell you, that was unselfish basketball. Yenor got it to Silvera, who knew what to do with it and how to finish. Tars lead 14 at the 9:47 mark.
Cooper is going to come in and replace Broderick Ellis, the 6'8 freshman who briefly played, and he is kind of limping off over there.
Good news is he's walking off under his own power. The bad news is he's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
And here comes Will Lee, 5'11 sophomore. No seniors for Cole Rose. Will Lee. And Rakic's going to try another 3. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. He had 2 in the first 25 games, and he's got 2 in this one.
Tars still lead by 11, though, as we near the 9-minute mark here of the first half.
Go figure that one out. Yenor to answer. He does.
He does. That's a 14-point lead on the Yenor. Good look 3 left wing.
Here's Will Lee now. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Corcoran not wanting to give Will Lee any room. Backing up. Little jumper, and he'll hit that one from about 17. Averaging 16 points. He's already got 11. Yenor thought about 3. Still thinking. Now in traffic. Gives off to Cade Long. And Latimer will play it on the left wing. Around the screen from Zoe. Down the lane he goes. Gives it off. And it's tipped out of bounds.
Boy, John Latimer's always trying to make something happen. He's a human highlight film out there today.
Montalvo played briefly a moment ago. He's coming back. Latimer out, Marion in. Tars to inbound with 12 to shoot. Looking inside. Timeout.
Playing better, and Nova's been by far the best, but
Barry has really come along strong.
Anything could happen.
Here comes Corcoran. Tars up by 8, 11:20 remaining. Looking for Zoe. Now they work it back to Cade Long against the man-to-man defense. Wanting to get it to Zoe, they do, but too far from the basket. And here is Corcoran, up with a 3, down with a 3.
Wow, Tars have been shooting really good today from three-point land, and the reason why is they're moving it, and the guys are getting good looks. Just about everybody's had a good look.
Man-to-man defense, Rakic now swings it over here and gets it back on the baseline. Lasky will put up a 3, and he will miss that 3. Look who's rebounding in there, Latimer. And here comes Corcoran. Corcoran just hit a 3. John Latimer goes right side to Cade Long. Now to Yenor, the only senior in the house. Here he is. Latimer wants to drive. He's got Rakic on him.
Yeah, I thought he should have gone right by Rakic.
Yeah. Here's Yenor in traffic. Cade Long, long 3. Go!
Yeah, Cade Long, like I said, he spent an hour on that shooting gun earlier this morning after the shoot-around. It's paying off. The shot looks good. Tars lead by 14, approaching the 10-minute mark of the first half.
Here's Will Lee. Works to Rakic. Backdoor, nice feed. And beating Long to the hoop that time was Claflin for his first bucket.
Yeah, that was a little set piece Palm Beach ran, and it was nice.
Here's Corcoran now skipping over to Cade Long, over to Yenor, and he gets it down low, and jamming it is Silvera.
I tell you, that was unselfish basketball. Yenor got it to Silvera, who knew what to do with it and how to finish. Tars lead 14 at the 9:47 mark.
Cooper is going to come in and replace Broderick Ellis, the 6'8 freshman who briefly played, and he is kind of limping off over there.
Good news is he's walking off under his own power. The bad news is he's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
And here comes Will Lee, 5'11 sophomore. No seniors for Cole Rose. Will Lee. And Rakic's going to try another three. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. He had 2 in the first 25 games, and he's got 2 in this one.
Tars still lead by 11, though, as we near the 9-minute mark here of the first half.
Go figure that one out. Yenor to answer. He does.
He does. That's a 14-point lead on the Yenor. Good look 3 left wing.
Here's Will Lee now. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Corcoran not wanting to give Will Lee any room. Backing up. Little jumper, and he'll hit that one from about 17. Averaging 16 points. He's already got 11. Yenor thought about 3. Still thinking. Now in traffic. Gives off to Cade Long. And Latimer will play it on the left wing. Around the screen from Zoe. Down the lane he goes. Gives it off. And it's tipped out of bounds.
Boy, John Latimer's always trying to make something happen. He's a human highlight film out there today.
Montalvo played briefly a moment ago. He's coming back. Latimer out, Marion in. Tars to inbound with 12 to shoot. Looking inside. Timeout. Pushed the seat back. It wouldn't move, so I tripped over the seat right into a metal railing there. And here's the ball into Yenor. 15-footer. It won't go. That one hit front rim and looked like it might trickle in, but did not. Yeah, here is Will Lee. Now back to Rakic, who's already hit 3 threes. Will Lee gives it off to Lasky. Lasky on the dribble. Now to Rakic. He's going to fire another one. That's more like it, way off the side of the rim.
Tars in the man-to-man right there, and it made it really tough on Palm Beach Atlantic.
Heat check. Here's Marion. Oh, he's too far under. He got to the rim, but he was too far under. Now Will Lee carrying that ball and gets away with it. Shot comes up short and will go out of bounds.
7:49 to go, and we're going to have another timeout on the floor. That's the under 8-minute media timeout. It comes with the Tars leading by 12, 38-26.
Hopefully he will. Hate to see him miss, but he's a terrific shooter. Backup guard, either 1 or 2. And here we go. Tars with a win and a Barry win. The Tars can have a home game. Kyle Marion and gets bumped by Montalvo. Marcus Montalvo transferred into this program from Ave Maria. He is out of Miami and had 15 assists against Rollins. Dominic Denny had 16 to have more than he did, but and Dominic Denny's 16 were also against Rollins. Tars missed the shot. Here's Montalvo. They kick it over to Lasky. Lasky stop and go underneath, and a good move by Lasky. He's got 5. As we said, had 31 against Rollins for his career high. The lead is cut down to 10. Tars have been cold the last few possessions. Here's Corcoran. Yenor is on the bench at the moment. Tars have got a small lineup in except for this guy. And that ball tipped away from Silvera. And here comes Jalen Cooper. Gives it off to Colby Ash, who calls the play. Now to Lasky. Rakic looking back door, and that shot is missed. And a foul on Silvera.
Silvera came over. Jalen Cooper cut back door from the left wing, was going to jam it. Silvera came over to protect the rim. They called him for a foul up top, and I think that was around the rim or above. At the 6:39 mark, he saved a dunk. Picked up a foul. That's Silvera's first.
Team's second.
Cooper's going to go to the line where, I remember him down there. He's a 51% free throw shooter.
No, 75%.
75. Yep, sorry.
Yeah, he.
But he did miss. He did miss the first.
He shoots a lot of them too. Only two people shoot more. He gets to the hoop. He's got a lot of game. He's got 5. He hits 1 of 2. Tars now lead is cut down to 9. They had double figures a moment ago. In backcourt, Corcoran works to Cade Long. Across the line into the front court, now to Latimer. Latimer, now they give it to Zoe. Rakic on him. Zoe spinning, left-handed shot, and Rakic will get whistled.
I think that's a good call by John Broska. Came at the 6:19 mark. It'll send Silvera to the line. He'll shoot 2. Tars lead by 9. And have had as much as, a 14-point lead? Or
second foul on Rakic. Zoe, 66% at the line.
I'm going to say something about Zoe, and you're going to want more information on it, but I think Zoe looks to me so good at the free throw line. I was told, but have not talked to him about it, that he worked with Kyle Macy somewhere along the line with free throw shooting.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true, and I don't know where he would have done that.
Kyle Macy, for those of you that don't know, played for Kentucky.
Yeah.
Was a great shooter back in the day. And Kentucky's had a
Matter
few
of fact,
of them.
I'm going to research that today, and I'll get you an answer on that.
Claflin back in. Here's Will Lee now. Latimer will pick him up at midcourt. 40-29. Zoe hits them both. Stars back by 11. Rakic now will give it off to Cooper. He will back in and miss the shot. Nice defense by Zoe.
Great defense. He just stood tall.
Now Corcoran around the corner on Montalvo. And will almost lose the handle. Kyle Marion now with Rakic on him. Cade Long, 3. Oh, my. I think everything he shoots is going in.
Yeah,
That's such a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and he spent a lot of time today. It's the third time I've said it, but he was working hard by himself after the shoot-around, and it's paying off.
Ooh, a walk by Rakic. He slipped, missed his pivot foot, and they throw it away. 5:27 remaining as Yenor will check back in. They tried a lob down low and didn't work. 4 fouls on PBA, 2 on Rollins. We're at the 5:27 mark.
No better time than this time of year to play well. Tars seem to be doing it right now. 43 points with 5:20 to go in the first half.
Here's Latimer, top of the key, now to Cade Long, who's already hit a couple of threes. They give it off to Yenor, 15 to shoot. 5 minutes remaining. Latimer throws it to Zoe, bodied up by Rakic, and misses the shot. Oh, my. He's putting himself in position where he's got a tough angle to shoot the basketball. He did not have an angle there. Here's Cooper, and he hits a 3. Cooper's 42%. Quietly, doesn't shoot a lot of them, cuts it back to an 11-point game. Rakic with 2 fouls, and Zoe now will give it to Latimer, rising for 3. Back iron. Ball tipped, back to Kyle Marion. He'll fire a 3, and he'll knock it down.
Wow, credit Matus Silvera for keeping the ball alive. Tipped it out to Marion, who knocked a 3 down. Tars go back up 14 again.
Here's Will Lee. Rakic, a ball tipped by Latimer, but right back to Rakic. Montalvo driving baseline. Montalvo in the paint. We'll throw it back to Cooper. Oh, boy. Latimer had that one sized up. And they're going to have a foul on John Latimer.
Felix Fuerte on the call over there. Felt like John Latimer was a little too physical. Called the foul on him at the 4:05 mark. That's the third team foul, Rollins. Palm Beach Atlantic, the Sailfish, with 4 team fouls.
They did change the possession arrow.
There they did.
This gentleman who is doing it for the first time, and Cade Long almost steals the inbounds pass. In fact, I'm not surprised he didn't. Lasky going to check back in and replace Rakic. Lasky's kind of a traffic cop out there. He directs everybody where they're supposed to go. Palm Beach to inbound with 4:04 remaining, trailing by 14. Tars have pretty much led the entire game. Cooper out of Montalvo. He will drive. Turnaround. Oh.
Kyle Murray not happy with a call, and I tell you what, I think if Kyle could look at that again.
Would you call that silver or gray or what? Uniform.
I really don't know what that is.
Montalvo misses. Got one more coming.
You know what?
This is that one, and Frazier will take the rebound.
It's definitely silver trim, but I don't think that's a gray. It's almost like a light, gray, some type of green.
Stars up
like
by 14.
Olive.
We're under 4 minutes remaining. Here is Marion, gives it off to Yenor, and he will miss the draw of the foul. Finally, you got a call inside.
That was Terry Anthony on the late whistle, but he blew it at the 3:39 mark. And Hutton Yenor will go to the line and shoot two.
Jay and Shannon Yenor in the house. His sister is here as well. Hut from Timber Creek. We've had a few of them from Timber Creek over the years. And our good friend Jimbo Priest is the athletic director there.
He's been tuning in lately, he told me, Robert. He likes to catch some of your work, Jim Priest.
One of the best people I know. When he's around, things are positive. Things are upbeat, don't you think?
Yeah.
2 of them for Hut. I've got him for 13 here. 16-point Rollins lead. I think this is match the biggest. Rakic looking back door, not there. Now they throw it back door to Cooper. Oh, my. He throws himself up from a tough angle and scores.
Yeah, this Cooper's a pretty good basketball player. He's 6'6", he's wiry, he can jump, he's long.
Reminds me of Bakari Warthen they used to have, about the same size. But I think he's a little better scorer.
Warthen was a lefty.
Oh, Yenor went up for the dunk, should have laid it in. Off the good feed from Cade Long. He did not have the angle again. I think he would have been much easier. Obviously, it's easy for us to say, isn't it? They looking back door. They give it to Montalvo. He will throw it to Rakic. Top of the key, open is Cooper, and he will hit a 3.
Yeah, Cooper seems to play well against us. It's not a fluke that he's there, right up there at 16-7.
13. He was talking to the Rollins bench over there. I'm kind of surprised officials let him get away with that kind of stuff. 11-point Rollins lead to answer Yenor. Oh, my. Right wing 3.
Hutton Yenor did the same thing to Cooper. He just did to Hutton Yenor. Cooper knocked the 3 down. Hutton knocked the 3 down, 14-point Tar lead.
Only he didn't talk to the PBA bench.
No, good point.
Here is Will Lee. He'll jump it up for 3. Wow. He's got 4 of them already for 14.
51-40 Tars at the 2-minute mark here of the first half.
You just can't give him any room at all, really. Let him try to drive. You've got help back there, and here's Marion. Skip pass to Cade Long. Long bump by Montalvo will give it off to Yenor. Yenor now gets it back from Frazier. Jumps it up and knocks it down.
Wow, Hutton Yenor got in the lane about 9 feet. He was actually floating toward the basket, knocked it down for a 13-point lead. Did it not seem like Montalvo banged Cade Long with no goal?
18 I've got here for him. They give it to Cooper, and he will jam it.
Yeah, Cooper's a tough assignment. He's athletic. He's down there with
15 for Cooper.
Jaden Frazier, they got him the pass, and he dunked it.
It's an 11-point lead now for the Rollins Stars. And here is Frazier working on Rakic. And Rakic reaches in and tips it away with 2 fouls. He reached in, amazing, And the shot is off the mark, but drawing the foul is Will Lee.
John Brosco on the call. That's going to be immediate timeout, I believe. No.
And
no
that
media.
foul is on Frazier, his first.
I was wrong. 1:02 to go. First half.
Will Lee's 84% at the line. Will shoot two. Where's number 0 on his uniform? Misses that one.
Wow. In and out. Tars lead 11. He can cut it to 10 at the 1:02 mark.
They take Rakic out with his 2 fouls. I was just amazed that he would reach in with 2 fouls like that. It's just so easy to pick up that third, but did knock it away from Frazier.
I tell you what, in terms of big bodies for them, it's Rakic, and that's it. And if he gets a third, that's trouble for them.
10-point game as we go under a minute. The clock a little slow starting as Will Lee hits 1 of 2. Here's Marion. And Cooper pushes Zoe after tipping the ball away.
I tell you what, Rakic went out of the game, and now Jalen Cooper is going to try and guard Zoe. I think I'd send Zoe down low, give him the ball. He's got 5 inches on Cooper, 6 inches.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock. They're not putting it up there. Here's Marion now. We got 46, 2-for-1 territory. Marion's 3 is way off the mark. Latimer will try to save it, and does. And here is Latimer going baseline. Now skips it over. Cade Long's 3. Back iron. Wow. That was not a good shot. I think he did not get set.
Shot clock is off, 24 seconds game clock. Palm Beach Atlantic, you think, is going to run it down. They are. And
here's Will Lee. Tars had as much as a 16-point lead, and it could be cut down as far as 7. Montalvo, almost. Is that a foul on Latimer?
I think it's a foul on Latimer, on Will Lee by John Latimer, shooting the 3 at the 6.3 second mark. So Will Lee's got a chance to do what you just said, cut it to 7, but the Tars will have a chance to answer with 6.3 seconds left.
That was not a good play by John Latimer. That was a freshman mistake. He was floating way out on the left side. Let him fire it up.
Chances are at 84% Will Lee is going to cut this to 7.
Hits the first. Yeah, they have just been answering everything the Tars had. Rollins had a 16-point lead. It's now 8.
Yeah, you get the feeling that whoever's going to win this game is going to have to earn it. Nobody's going to go away.
Cooper's going to check out. Smart move. Broderick Ellis is in. Don't want to pick up another foul. That was a second on John Latimer, by the way. And makes all 3 of them. And in the ball game will come Pedro Brown, a 6'8 freshman from Delray. They need to get it to the Latimer. Is he in the ball game? Oh, he's way up here. He's the fastest player, but they get it to Marion. Here's Kyle Marion. He will drive. Marion fires it up and draws a foul with
0.4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Tars have to scrape him up off the floor, though. He took a big hit. Up 7. Marion can put him back up 9 here.
Wow. I thought he was going to pull up when he got it to the free throw line. He had other ideas. That's the first foul on Pedro Brown, who has just checked into the lineup. He did not play against Rollins down there. First free throw is good.
Tars lead at 54-46 with half a second to go. First half, Kyle Marion can make it 55-46 and possibly send the Tars to the locker room with a 9-point halftime lead, and he does.
Just got to get it in bounds, and they do. Jalen Cooper, Ryan Claflin, and Alexis Rakic. Tars will start. John Latimer, Grishayev once again out with that ankle. Here's Montalvo. Kicks it over on the side now. Baseline, Rakic backing in on Silveira. Gives it off to Claflin. Now open is Montalvo in the corner, and he will hit a 3. Just the way you did not want to start. Montalvo Been out for quite a while. 31% shooter and cuts it to a 6-point ball game. Stars have got to really answer. No lulls here because Palm Beach Atlantic can catch up and they start feeling good about themselves. Looking for Silvera. Got it to him. Rakic with 2 fouls. Now here's Cade Long. He will take it all the way in. Gives it off to Marion. 5 to shoot. Marion now to Yenor. His 3 is up, and it won't go.
Yeah, that was a tough 3.
Up against the clock.
Up against the clock and about 3 steps farther out than Hutt wanted to be.
Here's Will Lee carrying the basketball as he usually does. Now throwed it over to the side to Cooper. Cooper back to Montalvo. Here's Will Lee. He will fire a 3. Front rim. Rebound to Silvera. And will send out Marion. Kyle Marion with Latimer. Here's John Latimer. Gives it off to Yenor. Minute 20. Czars have not scored, and Yenor will try to change that, and does.
Yenor working around that lane, 14 feet, got it up, rattled around. 8-point Tar lead now at the 18-28 mark. And the key to this game right now, obviously, slow down Cooper and Will Lee. They're kind of everything. And
Rakic with Latimer on him. That's an easy bucket for Rakic, averaging 4. He's got 8.
Well, at least we slowed down Will Lee and Cooper because Rakic scored that time.
Here's Yenor, now to Marion. Cade Lee, top of the key. Kyle Marion jumps it up baseline. That's long. Easy rebound for Claflin, and back will come Will Lee. No seniors on this Palm Beach Atlantic team. Here's the pass down low. Underneath, Cooper loses the handle and will come up and score. He has got such great body control. He was under the basket and managed to lean out and bank that one in. And he's got 17. 4-point ball game. Good adjustment, it looks like, made by Cole Rose. Here is the 3-pointer by Cade Long. That's way off the mark. And Montalvo will bring it back up. Tars with just 2 points. 2 minutes, 40 seconds into this second half. You talked about 55. Now it's just 57. Yeah. Here's Will Lee. Rakic, top of the key. In and out. Nice rebound by Marion. Latimer had a little bit of a lead, but not enough. As Yenor, 3-point look. Nope. He will drive and miss the shot. Oh, wow. My.
I don't think he'll have an easier one than that all year. Yenor drove into the lane with his left hand and just missed it. They kind of let him go.
Yeah, they did. Here's Will Lee now to Rakic, looking for Cooper. Throws it away.
Wow, that's hard to do. Cooper 6'6", long and wiry, and Rakic threw it over his head out of bounds on the baseline.
Stars with, again, just 2 points. 3 minutes, 20 seconds into this second half. Look, need to keep Kyle Marion going. 10 points at the half. Latimer gives it off. Now baseline. Yenor jumps it up. Got it.
They say it's the toughest shot in basketball. He made it look pretty easy. 14 feet, right baseline.
I don't think that's the toughest. That was just a pull up from the right baseline. He was floating just a little bit. Will Lee now will throw it in traffic to Cooper, and he will score easily.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Palm Beach Atlantic, when they get the ball inside, Lee and Cooper, they look for each other.
Yeah. Cooper is awful quick, and here is Marion scoring right down the lane.
Right now, it's just kind of up and down. Tars with a 6-point lead. They've had as much as a 14-point lead in this game. It was cut down to 9 at half. It's 6 right now. 15:45 to go regulation.
16 was the biggest lead.
16.
And here's looks like a charge. Oh, I got to call a block. Kyle, I'm not sure when that is in the game, but that's very interesting. If Embry-Riddle wins that game, that changes a whole bunch of things. They will then move ahead of Rollins because of the tiebreaker of having beaten Nova. Here is Cooper backing in and scoring easily.
Just like that, it's a 4-point game. Palm Beach Atlantic's cut the halftime lead of 9 down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this second half.
Tars are not able. Here is Yenor fadeaway. Got it.
Wow, Yenor's been really good here in the first 5 minutes of this second half. Tars up 6 and could use a stop somewhere along the way.
Yeah, almost a steal. Now they're going to call Yenor once again. Same type of foul he had in the first half.
Boy, he was just a skosh away from knocking it away and taking off for the races. And not only did he not steal it, but he got hit with a foul for reaching in the cookie jar.
Here's Bryce Lasky checking in out of Pennsylvania. And gives it off to Cooper. Now to Lasky. He will fire a three. That's way off the mark. Nice rebound, Yenor. And Marion with his head up. He wants to take it off over to Cade Long. Long changed his mind and drove and scored. Was going to fire the three and then put it on the floor, and it opened up like Moses parting the Red Sea. Montalvo, Tars up by 8 now, 5.5 minutes into the second half. That time Yenor got the steal, but it's 1-on-3.
Yeah, but that was the steal he's been looking for the whole game.
Now he fires the three and hits it.
Yenor is absolutely on fire here in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised if Cole Rose called a timeout, but he's not gonna. Tars lead by 11 at the 14-15 mark here.
27. Cooper scoops it up and scores. It's like he's playing playground ball against everybody.
It kind of is. He catches it wheeled with one hand and just laid it in.
Yeah, he's got tremendous body control. And also he's got 6 feet, 6 inches of it to use. Here's Marion driving. Oh, he wanted to get it to Frazier, and Frazier was not looking for it. Here's a runner put up way off the mark and banked up and in on the miss by Claflin. Tars did not get the rebound off the miss by Will Lee.
Just like that, the 11-point Tar lead cut down to 7.
Corcoran goes right. Almost stolen by Montalvo. Now here is Marion rising. Front rim. Nice closeout over there by Will Lee. And here comes Will Lee. Montalvo setting it up. 13 minutes remaining in regulation. 7-point ball game. Claflin thought about 3. They want to get it to Cooper, but Will Lee will fire and hit a 3.
I'll tell you
21
what,
for him.
Will Lee might have missed 1 3 or 2, but not many in this game.
Yeah, in the first half he was 4 of 6, so now he's 5 of 7.
Yeah.
And not afraid. Got a little bit of room, knock it down. And now they tried to get it into Frazier and could not. And now Will Lee will miss the layup. Got a little too lackadaisical.
That's incredible. Will Lee was running so fast, his layup wedged between the glass and the rim.
Yeah. Here's a screen by Frazier. Now to Cade Long. Long spinning in traffic. And we'll get it back to Corcoran. Marion wants to drive. There he goes. And he will miss the layup. Oh, my. Tried to go left-handed on the right side of the lane. Lasky gives it off to Cooper. Claflin will fire. It's short. Nice rebound by Yenor. And we'll give it to Marion and now to Corcoran. 11-point lead.
Palm Beach Atlantic on a 7-0. Tars had an 11-point lead. It's 4 at the 11:50 mark.
Now Corcoran going to set it up. They want to try to isolate Yenor. And, the holding as Claflin is all over Yenor. That was awful. Now Montalvo.
How do they miss that?
I have no idea. Now Cooper will take it in and miss the dunk. And now they call this. Now they call a trip in the backcourt on Claflin. I saw her headed for the door before this one. And here come the Tars in the white, going left to right. Corcoran picked up by Lasky, top of the key. They're going to try to isolate Yenor, and they do. Now Latimer's back in. They get it to Yenor. His 3 is up. Back iron. That one's a pretty good closeout that time. Colby Ash is in the ball game. Very small backcourt. Now they get it to Rakic. Rakic now to Colby Ash. Will Lee. Rakic, they back off of him. Here's Lasky driving. Why not throw yourself into the defender? Wow. That foul whistled down by Felix Fuerte.
You know, the interesting thing about Matus Silvera on the last regular season game of the year is that all year long he's gotten called for fouls. He's a big guy. He's gotten, he's had his fair share of getting beat on by other guys. But he never really shows a lot of emotion.
I know. Sometimes you wish he would.
Yeah.
Lasky hits them both, cuts it to a 2-point game. Lasky is a 75% shooter, shoots 43% beyond the arc, particularly against the Tars. They closed it within one possession, has Palm Beach Atlantic. Here's Latimer. Now throws to Zoe. Backing in on Lasky. Goes up right-handed, misses. Tars have gone cold the last three possessions. They can take the lead with a 3. PBA. Tars could fall way down the list on this conference tournament. Here's Rakic working on Zoe. Spinning, missing. Nice rebound by Latimer. We'll get it up ahead to Corcoran. Nobody is up in front of him, so he'll slow it down. Now bounces to Zoe. Scores easily.
Boy, Rakic didn't get back. Corcoran got it to Silvera in a really good spot. He laid it in. Tars back up 4.
Why was Rakic out there pressing Latimer?
I have no idea. I was wondering the same thing. He left Zoe wide open under the basket.
Here's Cooper working on Zoe. And he will score again. He has just got amazing body control. Just amazing. 25 for Cooper.
I don't think Cooper ever saw a shot he didn't like.
Well, once he's twisting and turning inside, you don't double team him. He's pretty good. 2-point lead now for the Tars. Crowd has gotten quiet. Now to Marion on Colby Ash. He can beat Colby Ash. And now he tries to and misses. 15-footer. One and done for the Tars here.
I thought Colby Ash right there just got away with some hand checking.
Here's Colby Ash in the corner. Out of Bryce Lasky. Takes it in the paint, ties the game. He's got 9. We're tied at 70.
We're under 9 to go here at the Warden Arena at Rollins.
Timeout, says Coach Klusman.
Conference website. I mean, you can get all the tennis and lacrosse you want on there.
Here's Corcoran, picked up by Lasky. They're in a zone now, it looks like. Yes, they are in a zone. Is Palm Beach Atlantic. Latimer now throws it away. Who was he throwing it to?
Hutton Yenor, but it didn't quite make it.
It wasn't close. Now PBA can take the lead. The Tars have decided to go man-to-man. PBA went zone. Tars have gone man-to-man. Here's Montalvo. Nice feed to Rakic.
I think that was probably a foul on Zoe up high against Rakic. I'll give him that. I just like to see it called a little bit that way the other end of the court. 8:18 to go.
I don't. He's going there with his hands straight up, and the offensive player initiates the contact.
He did initiate the contact up high, but you're right. But
yeah, I mean, if you give him the room, Rakic gives Palm Beach, I believe, their first lead of the game.
No, they led early 3-2.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
But I think your point is mostly well taken. Tars have led this most of the way and now don't lead it anymore, down 72-70 as we approach the 8-minute mark of regulation.
Yeah, they had 2 players with 2 fouls, Rakic and Cooper, and they've committed only 1 in the entire second half. And now we've got a holding foul. They finally got a call on Yenor away from the ball. Tars trail now 72-70. Sometimes maybe I think it's better if they do because they seem to be a comeback team. Here is Yenor underneath, jumping it up and coming up short.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough chance over Claflin and couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, they wanted that one immediately on the pass. Rakic now gives to Montalvo around the screen. He will load up a 3 and hit it.
Montalvo kind of, you see him as an assist guy, but every once in a while he'll pull up and hit a shot, seems to hurt you. And now the Sailfish lead by 5.
Tars have done nothing offensively, it seems like, in this half. Here's Cade Long. Now throws to Zoe. He will back in on Rakic, and we're going to have 2 shots, I believe.
Yeah, and that's going to be the
Third foul on Rakic.
Third on Rakic at the 7:28 mark. Timeout on the floor. The under 8-minute media.
Even guys like Claflin and the injured Montalvo have come through for him. So, free throw barely draws iron. Tars had been 6 of 6 before that. To cut it, and he misses both of them short.
Missed them both kind of the same way, short and a little left. And he doesn't do that very often.
Claflin across the line, now to Colby Ash. Looking over at the bench, man-to-man defense by the Tars. Here's Rakic, top of the key. Looking back door, and the ball stolen by Yenor. That should tie him for the league lead, by the way, in steals. He was one behind, I believe it was Kobe Rogers. Here's a jumper by Yenor. That's going to be way long. And he might have pushed off on Claflin before that. That was not a good look there. Colby Ash gives it off to Bryce Lasky. He's going to go up with it. Short. Rebound is taken by Latimer. Almost the 5th foul on, almost the 4th foul, though. And he goes end to end and scores.
I don't think there was ever a second of that rebound from John Latimer where he wasn't going to go coast to coast.
Right.
He took off. He got it down to one guy, and he said, I'm going to score. And he did, and he was fouled, and he's going to the line. And a chance to cut this to a 2-point game at the 6:38 mark.
Well, both Cooper and Will Lee were out for a while, so they're well rested with 6:38 remaining. Lasky and Rakic will check out. Here's Latimer after Silvera had just missed 2 free throws. Oh, my goodness, the guy was in the lane, Will Lee. I don't know if they would have called that. Free throw was good. It doesn't matter. And here's Montalvo, the Ave Maria transfer out of Miami. Coming out high. Tars in the man-to-man. They're going to give it to Cooper. They've got Latimer on him, and he's going to score.
Cooper's been a bear to stop all day long. He scores again. 4-point Palm Beach lead.
I'm not sure why they got Latimer on him. Here is Silvera underneath scoring. Nice feed from Cade Long.
When Rakic is out and they tried to stop Silvera with Cooper, that's a winning proposition for Rollins right there. That hopefully they recognize that.
Here's Claflin looking down for Cooper. They got Latimer on Cooper, a pair of 5s, and he's going to fire a long 3, and it's going to be an air ball. As long as he's not in the paint, you're happy. Cooper, he is 42%. He does have a couple of 3s in this game. Tars are down 2. Now they get it to Silvera. No, they don't because of the hold, and that will be foul number 3, I believe, on Cooper.
So that's 3 on Cooper now and 3 on Rakic. So there's 5:33 to go. They'll probably survive that foul situation.
Well, they're going to put Rakic back in. They don't want to risk a 4th on Cooper. They're going to put him out on Latimer. Tars now down 2 with the ball. They're going to inbound it. Let's see if they look right away for Silvera on the inbounds. They do. And here he is, working on Rakic. Up, under, scores.
Yeah, Rakic is going to have to foul him to stop him. We're knotted at 77. And I say give it to Zoe every time until Rakic stops him or fouls out or both or everything.
Here's Will Lee. Now to Cooper. Latimer on him. He's going to go to his right. We're going to have a handshake. I tell you one thing about Felix Fuerte. He's a big handshake guy. If you touch the other guy, he's going to blow his whistle on you. And that time it was Latimer. Here's Rakic. Now to Montalvo. Tie ball game. 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Jumper baseline. Wow. Behind the basket. Tough shot by Will Lee.
He was behind the backboard and made that.
Yeah. I used to love that shot in my younger days. It's not as bad an angle as you'd think. Looking down low. Now they get it to Zoe. He's a little further out than he wants to be. And that ball is going to go out of bounds by Cooper. I could see Latimer come flying into the table over here. And Latimer now to inbound the ball. Back in the ball game is Kyle Marion replacing. Here's Zoe up. And
ball was knocked
Will
away.
Lee, yeah, I tell you what, Will Lee knocked it out of bounds.
No, that was Rakic who knocked it out of
Rakic?
his hands at the 4:33 mark.
Wow, it looked like Will Lee was reaching in. Now we've got what? We got a whistle. They can tell the assistant coach to sit down. He's been nothing but up on the floor almost the entire game, and now they're telling him to sit down. And he goes, what? Here is Zoe inbounding it.
While Rollins needed a shot up against the shot clock, Silvera couldn't get it off. Shot clock violation at the 4:28 mark. Tars down 2, need a stop.
Yeah, you got to catch and shoot. And he just caught and made a move. Here's Will Lee, down by 2. Rakic, Claflin. Now they get it down low to Cooper. Cooper working on, and gets it off to Rakic.
Wow, Yenor blocked it, and it still went in at the 4:05 mark. Tars down 4.
Yeah. And here's Marion. Rakic all over him. Gets away with it. Tars need a bucket here. They're down 4. We're under 4 minutes remaining. Yenor with Will Lee on him, backing it in. Kicks it over to Latimer. He'll jump up a 5-footer and shoot it 6.
A little bit of a tough mid-range shot for Latimer.
Yeah. Here comes Will Lee. Now kicks it over to Claflin. Now they get it to Cooper. Cooper throws it out to Rakic. Thought about shooting it, didn't. And Claflin will. Wow.
Claflin left wing. Everybody guarding everybody else. Left Claflin open. He knocks it down. That's a 7-point lead for PBA.
7-0 run. And here is Yenor driving and scoring. And 1.
John Broska counts the bucket good. Will Lee in his face has a problem with it. The bucket's good. Yenor.
Riddle about 10 days ago. Here's Yenor at the stripe. Need this one for sure. Embry-Riddle still up by 2 over Nova with 11 minutes remaining in regulation.
Yenor gets a free throw to go. It's 84-80. Palm Beach Atlantic leads under 3 to go in regulation.
Here's
Tars in a
Montalvo.
1-3-1 zone.
Now to Will Lee. Lee on the dribble. Carries that basketball. He pulls that ball back. And Claflin, who just hit a 3, now Montalvo will throw it over to Claflin in the corner. And they get it to Rakic and to Montalvo. He's up with the 3.
They're going to call a foul on Cade Long, fouling Montalvo in the act of shooting 3.
No. What did he just hold up? He looked like he held up 12 or 21. No, they don't know. Yeah, now he got to find out who that foul was on.
Well, there was only one guy in the
Yeah, there was only one guy in the area. How could you have missed? Yeah. And 3 shots coming from Montalvo. It was a 75% shooter. He missed his first 2 earlier, but he's a good shooter. Palm Beach Atlantic has had Rollins' number. They've won 7 of 9. And they're on their way to winning another one if they keep this up. They missed that one. Zoe is coming back in. It's 2 of 3. 8 points, Montalvo, all in the second half. 6-point lead. Here's Marion. Marion around the screen. Rakic will pick up his 4th.
Seems like it's impossible to get that call, but Terry Anthony finally gave it to the Tars, which is a good call. And Marion will go to the line, shoot a 1-and-1 here. That's the 7th team on PBA at the 2:31 mark.
I don't know what Rakic, he just tempts fate on those 4th foul. He's been reaching in. He's been bumping people. That time he was about 28 feet from the basket as Marion knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1.
86-81, Palm Beach Atlantic, 2:31 to go. Marion's got the second of two here.
I'm not sure what he was doing out there guarding Marion. Second free throw is going to go off the mark. Oh, my. And now slowly Will Lee will come into the front court. Stars are going to go that 1-3-1 type zone. And a half step late stealing that was Marion on that lob pass by Montalvo. That's just what they want to have happen. And now here the pass to Montalvo. His three is off the mark. Yenor will come out. Yenor will kick it over to Cade Long. Long spinning in traffic. Now to Marion. Three is up.
What a pass, Cade Long, diagonal. It's a 2-point game with 1:52 to go in regulation. Hold him, Cole Rose, head coach of Palm Beach Atlantic, wants timeout on the.
Is out high.
Okay.
And
sometimes they bluff that a little bit, but I think you're right.
Here's Will Lee.
You're right. They're going to stay in it.
Almost threw that one away. Cooper. Montalvo. Montalvo to the elbow. Thought about three. 12 to shoot. Oh, almost threw that one away. Will Lee. Don't foul him. And here's Cooper inside. And he will score.
Wow, Palm Beach.
Oh, they're going to have a delay of game here.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're going to have well, no, he's just going to stop the clock.
Means absolutely
I guess
nothing.
that was inadvertent.
Tars down 4, 1:26 to go. Good guys with the ball.
That does let the Tars get it all the way to half court. 88-84. Need a bucket. Stay within one possession here. PBA is in the zone. No, the jump shot is off the mark by Yenor. 15-foot jumper. And here comes Will Lee carrying the basketball up court. Carries it, turns it over. Now almost a steal by Yenor on that lob. 55 seconds left. Oh, here's Lee. Walk with the ball. No, they call a time. I thought they were going to finally get him with a walk here.
John Broska with a time.
I'm not sure if Kobe Rogers is back. He's not in the ball game. Here's Claflin. They give it off to Cooper. He's going to drive, then give it off to Montalvo. Montalvo down the lane in traffic. Foul by Marion with 4 seconds. You got to let him have that shot.
I don't know. I was blocked out and didn't really see a thing. I just heard the whistle.
Yeah, it's turnaround 12-footer. And Marion was right there. Montalvo's free throw is good.
That's a 5-point Palm Beach lead. Montalvo's going to try and make it 6 with 47 seconds to go.
He's 3 of 4 from the line. Been injured and knocks it down. 45 seconds, down by 6. Tars have got to hurry. They can't be looking over at the coach. Here's Marion. Got to go up with it. Fires a 3 and hits it.
Wow. What a 3 to cut it to a 3-point game. Really a mountain of time left. 34 point